in borrowing. He challenged the commercial banks to explore other alternatives of generating income, saying dependence on treasury bills is unsustainable.
We have made it clear to them that depending on government T-bills alone will not be good business for them henceforth, because if government does not float T-bills, then they will have to find avenues to invest their excess liquidity, and this will mean if they don't have any option to invest in government T-bills, they will obviously be forced to look at how they can assist or self-finance private sector in projects.
Fatumas Job, Minister of Tourism and Culture, refuted assertions that Gambian industries face unfair competition in the tourism sector, saying what they lack is quality and most do not repay their loans.
The local managers or the local investors, it's not that they lack the finance. During the green season, they have less guests, they have the income from the tour operators, they can do little things, change the locks, fix the toilets, fix the ceiling, or do some small work, but that is not what is happening. And these are Gambian-owned businesses.
In order to enable local industries compete, the forum called on individual companies to merge into consortiums to enable them compete and win lucrative contracts. Protectionism they likened to a simplistic approach to a complex problem. In the end, the forum was hailed by the chair as a success, as it brought all the major issues on the table, encouraged healthy discussions and generated insights on how to strengthen the economy. The concerned ministries were tasked to ensure that all companies meet the stipulated expatriate quota to enable Gambians gain employment in foreign-owned companies. Mamadou Diallo, GRTS.
10 micro and medium enterprises have been supported by the Gambia Growth and Competitiveness Project with an amount of $7.7 million. The intervention, as Modun Jai tells us, is a Gambia government initiative funded by the World Bank under its matching grant facility to improve and enhance the businesses of medium and small-scale enterprises.
The Gambia Growth and Competitiveness Project, a Gambia government strategy financed by the World Bank, on Thursday, August 23, 2012, under its matching grant facility, signed agreements with 10 micro, small and medium enterprises for the disbursement of $7.7 million meant to improve, strengthen and enhance their businesses. The objective of the matching grant facility is to provide matching grant support to qualifying MSMEs and eligible private enterprises to become more competitive, grow their businesses, create jobs and increase household income. The project has been created to help the Gambia's private sector successfully partake and grow in the domestic and international markets. At its first signing ceremony since it was launched, the coordinator of Gambia Growth and Competitiveness Project, Mr. Tamsir Manga, said GCP will, over a period of 5 years, contribute towards sustaining the growth of the Gambian economy while enhancing poverty reduction through private sector-led growth. He urged the first set of 10 matching grant facility recipients to use their funds wisely, 80% of which is grant provided by the project. He also called on them to seek, where necessary, professional advice from staff of the GCP at any time during implementation.
The most important thing is the implementation, and also we must have the feedback regularly as much as possible, so that we also know what you are doing. We're able to work with you, guide with you, and we don't want to just start a disbursement and leave you alone.
Among the beneficiaries is Georgia Organics, a body soap and cosmetics enterprise owned and managed by a female Gambian entrepreneur. She said funds provided by the matching grant facility will enable her to promote her company's products in the local and export markets, and will also help her to develop a management information system.
As a small enterprise, we started a year earlier, so we really hadn't started marketing it. But fortunately for us, after the trade fair and the nominations following that, we had a lot of publicity, but obviously we needed to go out there and market it more over the radio, on the television, and so this will come in very handy towards that, first of all. And in terms of management as well, I am new in the business, and I would need training in terms of management for my staff as well, in terms of safety.
Another beneficiary is Gum Juice, a soft drink and food processing enterprise using locally available fruits. MGF funds will enable gum juice to expand its production capacity and carry out a national outreach campaign. Other beneficiaries of the grant include Lakers Travel Agency, National Farmers Platform, the Angela Norton Foundation, National Women's Farmers Association, and Reliance Financial Services.
The company has just celebrated its 5th year of existence, and we felt it is imperative that we sit down, take stock, and then begin to come up with a robust blueprint that will guide the affairs of the company over the next 3 to 5 years.
Mohammed Ndiaye, Grts.
Over 1,000 volunteers strong President Jammeh's Banjulunding farms despite last weekend's heavy downpour to clear it of weeds. As Babukar Kamara reports, other volunteers were engaged in transplanting of rice seedlings.
They stood firm in the rains, in their numbers representing a cross-section of both the young and old, with continued loyalty to President Jammeh's back to the land call.
We have different groups here. We have Mandinari, Kerewan, Lamen, Banjulunding, and then the soldier's wife, Kungujang. I mean, if you look at the turnout, it shows that real people are ready to rally behind His Excellency.
They have shown their support over the years and continue to increase their back-to-the-land response with new strategies of mixed cropping. The Banjulunding farms had over the years cultivated a good quantity of rice and is now being tested with new crop varieties ranging from maize to okra plants. However, efforts of the teaming volunteers, according to farm management authorities, are reciprocal.
This is why calling back to the land, Gambians should understand that it's not for the interest of the president, but for the interest of every Gambian. Because now what we are doing today is coming back to the community. Okay, we are not asking them to come and work and then later we taking it to Kanila or what. Because if you look at the number of people that are in Taiwan, especially that those people that went for scholarship, that is who are sponsored by the president. It's through agriculture. And then you look at the number of people that every day they are going to make it. If you look at during the Ramadan, he was selling meat for $50 a kilo. Okay, if you go to the local butchers, they are selling it for 120, 130. And you cannot compare the quality of the meat of His Excellency and then so that shows also he is caring about his own people.
As voluntary activities continues at the president's respective farms, authorities are calling for more support to ensure more agricultural productivity. Babukar Kamara, Grts.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of the Gambia says the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica and the government of the Gambia have decided to establish diplomatic relations with effect from 26 July 2012. A media dispatch from the Foreign Affairs Ministry posits that the move is guided by the desire to develop and strengthen relations of friendship and mutually beneficial cooperation between the two states. The government of the Commonwealth of Dominica and the government of the Gambia, the release says, are fully convinced that establishing diplomatic relations corresponds to the wishes of both states. You can monitor GRTS Radio live on our website at www.grts.gm. That takes us to our first break. We'll be right back.
What was it? Mede ke no muna register engo kada muna diwai tasi fu nyuma fu ku lokere kabini 15th of June ye mo lo kuntuba muna ndahande ngo yajele inyongol let ne wato kafu wari on the 15th of September waro last register dong
ndefana register tal ko
ndefana register tale mbari ngon woto momo woyte la sim card register kati on the 15th of September wolon deadline ti kafurti je momo mela sim card register e be net ko network to e be la line o kuntulale he yar fa bol nyam oto mbadu nga bori e na line o register.
Welcome back. The decision by Rwanda to withdraw 280 soldiers from Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo has added to existing tensions between Kigali and Kinshasa. The DRC says this withdrawal by Rwanda is being used to disguise the smuggling of troops out of the country who are helping M23 rebels. Meanwhile, the state of affairs has prompted the Congolese opposition to hit out at President Joseph Kabila. We have more in the CFI report.
Kigali's decision to withdraw 280 soldiers from territory